Our gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful evening. I pray that your presence will be here with us this evening. Help us as we do our city business. Thank you for each and every person here who has sacrificed their time to lead us in our city. I pray that you'll bless them, bless everyone that is here this evening. In the name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I need approval of minutes from the 2018 meeting. Motion second.
Second.
Discussion, correction. It's not in your packet, so. Don't waste your time. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Committee reports, everybody okay with everybody?
So September was our busiest tourism month with 3 big fairs and festivals. So I just want to publicly thank all of the city departments for the work that they do. They don't get a whole lot of extra recognition outside of their normal paycheck. So I just want to let them know how thankful that I am to them for the help they give the chamber and all the other city groups, especially the police department with last week's parade. They are very instrumental in making sure that all flows safely and effectively for everyone. So I just want you all to know how thankful I am for all of them. Next, the tourism reimbursements for the J.C. Barbecue Cook-Off, Café Fallen Arts, and the 3D Bash are all completed by both the chamber and the city clerk. So as far as we know, there's nothing outstanding at this moment, except for the last thing that we approved was the center stage production performance, and that'll be happening in November. So everything for tourism account is clear at the moment. And the last thing I have is 2 years ago, Kennett Chamber applied through the state of Missouri, Promote Missouri Fund, to become the designated marketing organization for Duncan County. We haven't been able to do a whole lot for that because as soon as we were approved, the state budget got cut. But it's time for that to be renewed, and that's due by November 2nd. So I will be working on that this month, and I will let you know by the next council meeting if there's anything that I need from you all. I don't think that there is, but I will let you all know. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
I don't have anything this time. First time.
Human resource,
We're good.
police,
We're good.
street.
Was that good?
I just want to remind the public that we still have lots of construction going on. Please drive carefully around the construction area. Watch out for our people and the people that are contracting with it as well. I'm getting several requests. I've got a request on West Harrison, several requests for different streets for speed bumps. And that's not the route that we need to go. That's not how that happens. I've told them to give you a holler, the different people, and ask for some enforcement of speed laws there. Apparently, I'm getting lots of requests for it, so I think you're a little busy with this from what I'm hearing. Just wanted to let everybody know that. That's not the route we need to start.
That's a request.
Yes.
The speed bump is an inverted pothole, and we've got a lot of complaints about potholes.
We're getting there.
Stormwater?
Several weeks ago, at the council meeting in Fort Hill, church had asked about the brick boxes being installed. We got those yesterday. There's one at Fire Station 1 off of Van Deventer, on the Van Deventer side of the station. There's one at Fire Station 3, and it's out there at the edge of the parking lot on the other side of the wall by the ice house that's there. hopefully, if someone's in need, they'll make use of it, and hopefully, when the times get better, they'll remember it and bring something back. They've got it stocked right now, we've got other avenues to keep it that way. So we were able to get that project finished, I think we're appreciative. Code enforcement continues to work on their list. For the next round of demos, they've got the list, but as you know, the process, they start working to find out who the ownership and the title search. Last Monday, Tuesday, was in Memphis for a grant writing seminar. They had some pretty good, there were some interesting ideas, and there's some interesting contacts there that we, places look for different grants. However, one of the big things that the individual talked about, I know we've got it in police, and I believe the humane department, was to have a 501c3s established for each department. And then we're working an issue right now to try and find out when the mow crew slows down on mowing, we get complaints from school buses or fire trucks and other vehicles. They go through neighborhoods and low-hanging tree limbs smacking the truck's windshield. We talked to Myrna about one option, and they really didn't want to approve of it, so we're looking at other options. And we went around some neighborhoods, so probably in the next report, he's got one street with a tree limb that he made note of, and it was even hitting the car windshield. So we're gonna try to work that issue to do something to get through some of the neighborhoods where trees have grown over into the passageway of the street, and they're low enough that I don't wanna have to buy any windshields for fire trucks, and I don't think school buses either, and other vehicles. So that's one issue we're gonna work on, hopefully. We'll report back, we may, yes.
Excuse me, on that, I had a discussion with Dave Wilkins at CGW today, and they got equipment which we don't have, so asking to give you guys and come up with a program, we can furnish some manpower and they can furnish equipment. And they're going down the streets, trimming the trees anyway off their lines, we might go get both sides.
Well, that's what, I wasn't gonna mention that because I knew you was gonna talk to them, but hopefully we can work something out between them and some of the mow crew and that. And there'll be some that'll be too big, if you have to put them in the chipper, we may have to just take them down too.
What is there to work out? Let's just cut them.
Well, yeah, but you gotta get up there to cut them.
We
What-
got bucket trucks and fire.
Well,
we can
that's
do it.
what we talked to them about, and they're not designed for going down a road with a person standing in it. It becomes a liability. That was the
It's
issue.
gonna be stabilized.
That's why we talked to Myrna to see what our workman comp issues and liabilities. So there are some things that, there are some alternatives, Marco, that we're.
I know, I'm not saying, I'm just saying, just get it done.
Depends where the tree is. If the tree's starting on their property, I don't think they're responsible for the trimming over the right of way. Like the trees in the right of way, they may be responsible for that.
There is one issue there that the public ought to understand. They're trimming the trees, they're not shaping them up.
Yeah.
It'll be from the curb up is what we're looking at.
If you want them done decorative, you're gonna hire somebody to trim them and do what you want, but we're gonna get them out on the streets.
And Randy and I has talked about it, we had the same concerns, you know. One of the ideas was, put a couple guys up the back of the big dump truck with pole saw, but how do you strap them in, because there's not high enough sides if they get off balance. And, you know, we don't want the workman comp claim, and we don't want our insurance carrier.
We don't want the injuries, so.
But there is equipment out there, we're looking at what it would cost, possibly at least, you know, have to for a couple of weeks to go down through there and be able to do it the proper way. So once we get some ideas on what cost might be,
City Light Gas and Water was gonna furnish the equipment. Why should we go out
Well,
and lease
they've
when we
got,
have equipment?
Thank you, that is what I'm saying. Well, let's get the trucks we have, let's get guys up there to cut, we had, the people that cut from the highline wires, they can cut a street.
yes, at a very slow rate. That's what I'm talking about is, you got a whole city that you gotta get covered. And so we got short periods of time to be able to get something accomplished.
Obviously, the lines are gonna slow you down on one side of the street, the other side should go a lot faster.
Anyway, we're not moving along with it yet, we're just looking at the options. And I felt like the mayor was the person that probably needed to talk to, like more over myself, to see if we get their cooperation. Apparently, the superintendent has agreed to work out something. We'll come back to let you know before we start the project, how we're gonna get it done. And we've got the manpower, we've got pole saws and stuff, so we just gotta be able to see what else equipment is available to be able to manage. So that's the main thing.
Good.
All right, thank you.
Hey, John.
Thank you.
Chief,
Yes.
ask you a question if you would, please.
Yes.
What is the plan for the mow crew next year as of right now?
Generally, we've only had 3 people, so we've saved the 4th salary, so we can hopefully get them to do this and look at some of the alleys that they had trimmed out before. From when we paid the $80,000, we might be able to save some of that high
Work on
labor
the
cost and having them do that. But, you know,
It all depends on how our money situation will be next year.
that's the hindrance.
We might not be able to do anything, or we might be able to do more.
I've had some complaints about, are they operating on private property and things like that. I'm sure you've heard that too.
If they're on private property, it's because a court order from the judge has told them to go move.
All right. And then we get
We got a ticket.
reimbursement back.
We got a job ticket on it. They don't go off the right-of-ways. It's supposed to be 2 strips on the side of the right-of-way, and most of that is not property owned by the owner. If they're on a piece of property that someone owns or residential, it's because it's been cited, it's went to court, judge told them to mow it, and there's a job ticket made on it.
All right, thank you.
Please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As Ms. Combs said, the Delta Fair Parade went very good. No problems there. Everybody chips in. Everybody that's involved in that does an excellent job. It's not just 1 or 2 that does it. It takes a lot of folks to pull that off, and it's a yearly job. And they did an outstanding job, and we're glad to contribute and be able to help them. Delta Fair also went excellent. No problems out there at all. The fair board worked hard. They do an outstanding job. It's, they work at it from one day after it's over with. They'll work all year long, and it's a pleasure to be able to help them. As far as the senior package, some people's already aware, for health reasons, I'm going to have to retire, effective October 30th. I appreciate the time I've had here in 25 years, 25 and a half, almost 26 years I've been with the Kennett Police Department. It's been an outstanding pleasure for me and an honor to represent good men and women of the police department and of the city. The city has excellent employees. They do an outstanding job every day. Some gets recognized, some doesn't. And we do it because we love our city. But it's time for new leadership. A good leader knows when it's time to turn the page, and it's just time for me to go ahead and retire and go and enjoy the rest of my life. But I do appreciate you, the council, the mayor, for the outstanding support that you always give us. You've always been there for us. Anything we need, you try your best. I realize the city just has so much money to go around. The pie is only going to get full. With the money we have, you always are looking for more money, better ways, grants, or whatever, to try to make it easier for us. I just wish and hope that you continue that and never give up on your employees. They're the backbone of this city. But again, I appreciate the citizens for their support, their respect and dignity they give me. I hope I answered in kind and replied back with them. And like I said, I just want to thank the men and women of who I'm honored to serve. But they've been there for me. They make me look good. They do an outstanding job for me every day. A lot of stuff goes unknown and unsaid. They give their life up every day. Sometimes, you know, and when we go to work, we don't know if we're coming home. So anyway, my heart goes out to them. Continued success for everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Street?
I really don't have anything. You've got your, most everything I have is in your packet. You know, we've still got construction going on with Palmer's Head.
Justin, would you like to speak about St. Clair?
Yes. Most of you should have a letter in there from Mitzi Bell, our grant writer. On Thursday, we did open one grant, or one bid, and it came in $290,000 over budget. So their recommendation, we heard Mets and Street Department, Mayor, and everybody there, was to not accept that bid and to go back and have it redone. I talked with Met Scout this afternoon. He is tweaking the plans a little bit, seeing where, you know, a little bit can be cut here, nip and tuck, and all that good stuff. So their plan is, at this point in time, in the next 4 to 6 weeks, have it go back out for bid, and then a new date to be will be listed for when we can open up the new bids. So slow progress, but you know, take a step forward, take a step back, but we are still in the process.
Thank you, sir.
Do you suppose, I'm sorry,
Excuse me.
do you suppose we could bring that into committee and have a little bit more input from, and see what's actually happening with that? With that tweaking?
Yeah, I can get with Mets and see, give him some time to do a little tweaking on it, and then, you know, bring it in.
See if we can. All right, I think that would be, I mean, that's a lot of money to try to shave.
Yeah.
It's a lot of tweaking, huh?
Yeah, a lot of tweaking.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe we can do a little bit of work on it committee-wise and see what we can come up with as a group.
And one of the things that hurts the most is that, you know, prevailing wage, and you know,
That hurts us on everything.
that hurts us on everything, and
Well, we've got some other things in there too, like sidewalks. One of the places that says repair existing, some of it is total new. You know, things like that that we can look at.
yeah.
And so that might, I don't know, what's the sidewalk running? $12 a square foot, something like that is what we're
It
paying.
varies from, you know,
Yeah.
$9.50 to $12, $13.
So we might, if we can come up with some little things like that, that'll help a little. So,
Okay.
you know, see about bringing it in, we'll get together later here.
Yeah, just let me know, and then let Mets know, and we'll do it.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
We need to keep in touch with Mess when he gets his plan changes done,
Okay.
schedule review. In your package, you have a phone contract from UA Business. You wanna talk about that?
Well, we had some trouble with some of the phones, and so we called the technicians to fix them and this and that. And what they ended up coming up with was that our equipment's obsolete. We need a new phone system. They can't repair what we have anymore. And this is the new proposal that they've given us at $2,109 a month, which is actually a little bit less than what we're paying now. We're paying almost $2,500.
Do we have to buy new equipment?
It's part of it.
Okay.
So it's cheap.
It is cheaper.
With new equipment.
It's new equipment.
Have we looked at like Lane Central or anything at all like that?
We've got about 20 phone lines, and our bill is nothing even close to this. Not even close.
And I mean, all we do is provide internet. It's a VoIP, just like New York.
Does this encompass?
Do we beat it out, or we just,
There's
how do we do this?
New Wave who we're with now.
Okay.
I mean, there's nobody to really fit it out
Is
with
that
around
the
here.
police department, fire, I mean, is that now, is that AT&T?
It's not 911, I think they're on some sort of landline.
Yes.
You know how much we're paying now?
So that's already in the plan.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ring Central could be cheaper. All right. Just read that.
Brenda, is this a new contract?
Yes, this would be a 3-year contract. The old one
I
was
just-
5, and they won't do a 5.
We had a phone down for almost 4 to 6 weeks. There's nothing I see in here that says when a fire station or whatever, and we missed several calls, believe it or not. There's still some people that dial a fire station direct. And when they couldn't get through, we had them screaming at us about, well, your people ain't answering the phone. Well, the phone ain't ringing. There needs to be something here that says if these phones are down, because people calling in, there needs to be a priority service in order to get them back up.
I'm pretty sure the New Wave Business, it's guaranteed to be back up and running within 60 minutes. I don't think that's always the way that it is, but I do want to say the business does offer the 60-minute guarantee.
And Brenda was caught in the middle with the transition. And, you know, I don't wanna call them and interfere, because when you got one person talking to them, that's who you need to go to, rather than go around them, and it just caused confusion. But it was equipment that some way we needed to get a priority service. Not that it's the main phone reporting, but it does happen.
Well, this morning when the technician came out, and I called him yesterday afternoon, they had several others, but they put us first. That's what they told me anyway.
Can we not bid this out with AT&T too, see if they don't come in cheaper?
We did this about 3 years ago for members, and at that time, this was the best bid.
What do you think you're paying, Nick? 25?
What are we paying? About 400 and something.
But you have to buy your phones too, correct?
Yes.
And so that's the
And the
positive
phones
thing.
were like $120 a
each,
piece.
And
So
we
the
have
positive
47,
thing about
I think.
this is,
47, so.
this is no purchase, is that correct?
43 and
It's
5.
part of the contract? They provide this?
They provide the equipment, yes.
Right, so that's the advantage, we have no cash outlay at the beginning.
Right.
So $8,000 worth of phones, potentially $800 a month, course of the year.
This sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, the only other, I mean, you'd be out internet. I mean,
Yeah, this would be a smoother transition, like Ken says, unless you want.
I mean, I can try to get out of the others and see, you know, what they can do.
Oh, that's saving money.
Mhm. This is
Do we
gonna
need to make a
save us about
decision tonight, or can, is that something that can wait 2 weeks?
They didn't have given that date, so.
So we're okay
So
to,
we did it, we may not want to.
Okay. Do we need a motion to approve this? Then we need to wait and maybe.
You want to check?
Losing, I guess, some of the bids.
Bids?
Well, how long do we have to decide this?
They didn't give me a date, they just, the only problem with waiting is that if any of our equipment goes down, they don't have anything to replace it with. But they didn't give me a deadline.
Are we up and running now, or do we have problems now?
We're up and running now.
Okay, is that something that we can approve in the meantime, or it has to come back to the council?
Would have to come back to council.
Okay, so we're looking at 2 weeks then, minimum.
ready 10 years.
We can wait 2 more weeks.
And the problem that John was alluding to was because of the old equipment, and they could not get, said they couldn't get the parts.
Okay.
Well, we discovered that when lightning rolled through, we knocked out a couple of things at the station. Other than that, we hadn't had no problem.
Good thing about this is that we're not responsible for that. That's good.
Mayor, if I can add, that when they done that a few years back, that was part of it, that was a caveat as far as, because they know it's all emergency services up there. And that was a guarantee, it was in there somewhere on the last one. And, but they guarantee within 60 minutes they'll have it fixed. The only time I think we had extended is when they cut a optic fiber cable somewhere, but they rerouted as soon as they could, and of course, we've got another rollover line that we're able to use anyway, but that was part of their guarantee, because they know we're emergency.
Can we have them to include that in the new contract?
Okay.
Are you wanting, you seek other bids right now, or you want to go forward?
That's fine. If that's considered. As long as it happens within 2 weeks, yeah.
We'll table it for 2 weeks, the interim should get other bids. Also suggest some changes in the contract. Okay? I think it's pretty well public knowledge, we didn't have any comments tonight, except, Riggs announced Friday that they were closing their facility. And, had a fire sale going on today, half price. So, I think that's been imminent for quite a while, and when it happened, but, unfortunately, it's another loss of a business for Kennett. Hopefully the people that come there will buy somewhere else in town, so we don't lose the revenue.
There is a new plumber supply shop, gonna open up where Heartland Outdoors was. You got a sign out there. The individual come by and talk to Victor to get an idea of what contractors were using in the area so he can better stock it. And Victor was able to tell him that some of the things he hadn't thought of, so hopefully they get open and he will serve the contractors in the area.
Also heard that Tractor Supply seems to be doing quite well, but they're assessing the merchandise they've got available. They think they need to tweak it some. The things that are being requested here in Kennett, so that part's moving forward positively. And I wish I had some concrete information to give you, but Kennett is still being looked at on the medical services side. Hopefully something will develop shortly. But, we haven't been totally abandoned. But, people are still looking, trying to come up with some way of having a facility here in Kennett, which we really desperately need. So, get some concrete information and I'll make it available to you, because that's about the extent of what they had at the discussion today. We are still being looked at.
Is there any news on the possible industrial people coming in to use the Manac building?
Nothing further than that, still pending. Yes, the good news is it's still open, bad news we haven't heard anything. At this point, we'll open public comments, and I'd like to address council. Scratch that out. The store has new ownership. I don't know if that's the same one owns both of them or two different.
Except right now,
individuals.
he just has the one on Independence, but he's going to be acquiring the other one. And he was gonna come tonight just to meet with council and everybody, and something came up and he couldn't, so it's fine like that.
Some changes taking place there. Okay. Any council wants to bring up? If not, we have a closed session here.
Motion.
Motion is done.
Second.
Aye.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It's 5 minutes left.